So let's fast forward to today. So that was about 2 years ago, no joke. I mean, it feels like it was yesterday. But let's see as really what's changed now in 2016. Like I said, one of the biggest drivers and the biggest growth parts that we saw of the mobile ecosystem was indeed Wi-Fi. So some of the newest stats say that Wi-Fi currently is in more than 450 million households worldwide. That number is even larger now, and over 47 million global public hotspots are available. Okay, that contributes more than $222 billion in economic value. And don't just take my word for it. You probably see it everywhere. There's smart everything. Like I'm right now wearing an Apple smartwatch. I have a smart home. I have a Nest. Like basically almost everything I have is connected to the internet, and it's not just me. I mean, I'm an early adopter. Now we're seeing everyone with a Fitbit on their wrist, or we're seeing people who, control their car with their app or from their wrist. I mean, we're seeing all kinds of, it's called the Internet of Things, IoT, okay? And the number of connected devices is going to reach almost 40 billion by the year 2020. Okay, manufacturers are catching on. It's one of the biggest, highest, fastest growing industries, again, ever seen before. And it's primarily because the world is connected enough right now that all of these new devices can be added to the existing infrastructure and work seamlessly. That's why manufacturers are adding intelligence and connectivity to all of their products. I mean, I just recently saw there's a fridge right now that you can make a list from your smartphone. There's a laundry system that when it runs out of detergent, it will automatically call Amazon to deliver you new detergent. I mean, that's pretty insane, right? So everything right now we're seeing, there's a huge connected device revolution, I would say. Also, when you talk about Wi-Fi, 73% of Americans say that it is very important to have access to Wi-Fi in their daily lives. I mean, that is staggering. 3 out of 4 Americans say it's very important to have that in their daily lives. And sports fans are even higher because they take advantage of Wi-Fi at stadiums and sports arenas to either share social media, to engage, and to interact and to connect with customers. This is the last Wi-Fi stat here, that retailers are also catching on with Wi-Fi, and retailers will be some of the first to leverage Wi-Fi location awareness, a market that will reach over $43 billion in the next 4 years. And this is basically the ability to track and monitor customers as they come in and out of your location, all based on the Wi-Fi device in their pocket. Okay, also looking at some stats. Now, we looked at this stat a little bit while ago. We were here at the time. Okay, we're right over here, and we're actually growing at a faster pace. So this is the U.S. beacon install base. These are the number of millions of beacons that are installed. It has a calculated annual gross return of almost 300%. This is even higher, like I mentioned. We are growing faster because more than 500 million smartphones are currently ready for the coming beacon revolution. You may have seen big announcements from Samsung recently with the Note 7, with the new iPhone, the iPhone 6s, now they're talking iPhone 7. I mean, every year, multiple times a year, both Samsung and Apple and all the other manufacturers release new devices all the time. And now with the shorter, almost the no contract or the 2-year cell phone contracts, people no longer sit with their Nokia phone for 10 years. They now have a new phone every 2 years because it's really free. So when you look at that pattern and trend, and you look at right now the number of U.S. retail locations that have beacons versus the ones that plan to have beacons, it's a whole shift. It's a massive paradigm shift of people saying, what is a beacon, to, hey, I can't believe you don't have a beacon. And this is all happening, within the last 2 years since we launched the ecosystem. And also shopper engagement with beacon campaigns. Right now, if you look at the actual engagement and the measurable value that you can add, again, this is directly related to how much you can charge your clients. So if you're able to say that 60% of people engage and work with and would even purchase products based on a beacon-triggered notification, while as 30% will redeem it, these are amazing numbers. I mean, this is something that never existed before. And when you look at U.S. in-store retail sales influenced by triggered messages, just last year it was less than 4.1 million overall. Today it's multiplied by 10. Okay, so there's almost 45 million U.S. in-store retail sales influenced by beacon-triggered messages all the time. That's a 10 times growth in 1 year. Okay, the hype is justified, as you can see over here. Not only us, not only you guys, Facebook and Twitter are also getting on the beacon train. And it's primarily because of this image over here. And I want you guys to look at this, and I want you to really sink into what is happening today in society. Okay, no longer is a website the most important thing. No longer is an SMS campaign or any kind of mobile campaign the most important thing. Right now, it is all about proximity marketing. It's about understanding your client, where the client goes, where they've been, what their name is, what they like, what they don't like, being able to connect with them on a personalized basis in order to see amazing returns. And I mean, if you're able to give someone exactly what they're looking for based on all the data that they're sharing with you, it's simply a no-brainer.